Hi, everybody. This is Ms. Rosenthal. I just wanted to take a few minutes to explain some examples under special right triangles for the review. First of all, the exercise directions ask you to find the values and then write your answer in simplest form. That means your answers are not decimals, they are square root in simplified form. So we're going to talk about two things. One is the 45, 45, 90, and the other one will be the 30, 60, 90. You'll notice I've highlighted the formula we're going to use, where the hypotenuse equals the leg square root of 2. On a 45-45, both legs will always be the same. The hypotenuse is the leg square root of 2. So I start with my formula. On my picture over here, the hypotenuse is x. So when I plug that into my formula, I get x equals the leg, which is 8. Substitute that in there, 8 square root of 2. There's my final answer. On my second example, you can see I'm given the hypotenuse as 5 square root of 2. So again, always start with your formula. So I have the hypotenuse equals leg square root of 2. Substitute the values in that you know. So you can see here, we knew the hypotenuse was 5 square root of 2. The leg is represented by x. Now I've got to get the x by itself, so I'm going to divide both sides by square root of 2. And what happens over here is these two cancel out. These two cancel out, and that leaves you with x equals 5. Both legs will be 5. The second type is the 30, 60, 90. And again, I've highlighted the two formulas we would use on here. Remember, on the 30, 60, 90, there is a difference between the short leg and the long leg. The short leg is always opposite the 30 degrees. The long leg is always opposite 60. So let's take a look at the first example. Identify what you know. So I know that this side is 14. That is the hypotenuse. I know the opposite, the 30 is your x, which means the opposite, the 60 is your y. So first thing we're going to do is, again, write the formula. So my first one I'm going to use, because I have the hypotenuse, is equals the hypotenuse equals short leg times 2. Substitute in, what do you know? Well, I know the hypotenuse is 14. I know the short leg is x. Substitute in, divide both sides by 2, you get your answer, x equals 7. To find y, which is the long leg, I'm going to use that formula that says the long leg equals short leg square root of 3. Substitute in what you know. So I know that y equals 7, long leg equals y, and that the short leg we found over here, that is 7, substitute that in there, 7 square root of 3, final answer done. My last example is also a 30, 60. So you can see opposite the 60, this will be my long leg down here. This is 30, opposite that is my short leg. And then of course, x is the hypotenuse. So since I have the short leg, I'm going to start with this formula. Hypotenuse equals short leg times 2. Right here, hypotenuse equals short leg times 2. Substitute in the values that you know. So I know h is x, sub that in. I know the short leg is 8 square root of 3, sub that in, times 2. Now when I multiply with square roots in there, remember it's number times number, square root times square root. So number times number would give me 16, square root of 3 would be my final answer. On the last example, let's find the long leg. So I know that the long leg equals short leg square root of 3. That's my formula right here. Sub in what I know. I know the longer leg is what I'm trying to find. I know the short leg is 8 square root of 3. So I'm going to substitute that in. So you can see the long leg is my y, which would be this one down here. The short leg is 8 square root of 3, which is from here. And then this square root of 3 drops down right with the equation. When you multiply square roots that are exactly the same, it results in just that number. So square root of 3 times square root of 3 is plain old 3. So I have 8 times 3. The result then is that y, or this long leg here, will be 24. Hope that helps. If you have any other questions, please email me.